Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at SUI, seeing what's going on. This is a request from one of my community members here. Let's go ahead and double check. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, David Michael. Thank you so much for the request. I'll go ahead and get this uploaded here shortly. And what we're going to do is just take a look at this Elliott Wave that's finished itself and see if it's due for another one, because once you see your ABC pattern, it doesn't always mean that the next leg up or the next move is starting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could essentially be shifting momentum to the downside as well. So we got to double check that. Never presume, only assume. Just kidding, that would not be good either. Let's go ahead and double check this here. Before we do, quick congrats again to our community members here for our premium group. Chainlink off the chain there with some phenomenal trades, 46% and 72% in 5 days there. Also, we took a nice little Matic short at 15% in 2 hours. But this is the magic here. Take a look at our Premium Plus group. XRP, 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 Chainlink, and I think there's a few others in here somewhere. Either way, there's a lot of good little trades going through there, so been a really nice day for us, specifically with Chainlink and XRP. Now, is SUI worth trading? We got to find out if that's worthwhile or not. So let's double check a few things here on the daily time frame, and then we can work our way down. So first things first, on the daily, we always try to look at the moving averages. We're above all four. That's a fantastic sign, just showing that we have a nice ascending type of pattern. We did break below this ascending pattern in the short term. That doesn't necessarily mean the price is going to drop. It just implies that the price action is in a situation where it could very well, continue to retrace or just continue to break back upwards. But the trend lines are important to recognize. Just, you kind of lost that momentous push to the upside. We can't see it on the daily because it's such a large moving average that it doesn't really reflect that, but we do see stochastic RSI swinging down, telling us we have that, we've hit a short-term top, if you will. And of course, money flow index being below the price action with RSI, I don't love that. And MACD also diverging. So there's some bearish signs here that we're seeing, of course. Once more, you don't take a trade based just only on one time frame, but daily doesn't look phenomenal. We're above moving averages, but all the indicators are telling us we're losing momentum and potentially shifting to a downward trend. Now we can see here, of course, since we've hit our 5 effectively, or our top, we have seen lower highs and lower lows. So this is not fantastic, but it's working itself into a wedge, and we could very well see the price action, break to the upside too. There's a lot of different scenarios here, of course, but generally speaking, daily time frame looks bearish. We're below the 20-day SMA and above the 50 barely, so that's positive but not great. We're under 50 in the RSI. I don't love this. Money flow index below the RSI as well is typically a bad sign. You can get a bounce off of this, but I prefer to see the RSI closer to 30, and then the money flow index closer to like the 10 to 20 range. That's when you want to consider a long position, or also considering the second stochastic swing to the upside as well. Those are all little kind of micro, or not micro, but they're really small things that can kind of add up, so to speak. So there's a lot of weight in them, and we're not seeing those just yet. So I would say be patient and wait. But again, I know some folks aren't really all that patient. That's probably why you're watching in the first place. It's funny, a lot of people tell me that they watch, they put me on in the background just to calm down. That's cool. It's a really good feedback. I appreciate hearing that, actually. Okay, so MACD is still diverging. Really, again, 4-hour time frame's not phenomenal, but it's on the edge of potential greatness. Okay, and what I mean by that is just don't take a trade yet. Wait for confirmation, and to me, confirmation is going to come. Well, firstly, of course, you'd already know where I'm going with this when the price gets above the cloud. So we can't really say that that's going to be the case until we're at 150 or higher, preferably 155, so we're above this volume profile range, and we can essentially be in good shape there. Okay, so between here and there, the price needs to kind of come up and do one of these, consolidate for like 4 or 5 hours, then I'd feel comfortable taking a long position. For right now, the lagging span is free and clear. Conversion line's below the baseline. We're below the cloud. There's 3 out of 3 reasons to consider a short position and not a long. Okay, that in combination with everything else we've seen here so far, stronger chance of further continuation of the downside for this coin. All depends on how Bitcoin performs, either this weekend or Bitcoin dominance as well. If Bitcoin dominance starts going up, this coin will come down, and mainly because it's a very profitable coin and there's a lot of meat left on the bone. Okay, so you got to recognize all the market movers that have ridiculous amounts of money are all getting fairly rich off this one. They're wanting to see if anyone else pushes the price action higher, and they're just going to go ahead and sell at the right time. It seems like a likelihood. In other words, the right time would be as if Bitcoin does end up increasing its dominance and going sideways. Okay, because again, there's that whole Bitcoin dominance scenario there in play at any given time. Right now, though, Bitcoin is kind of sort of stabilizing at 43,100, ultimately what we're looking for, but we will see here soon if there's any shenanigans before the day closes. All right, folks, that's what we got here for SUI. Hopefully it's helpful. Make sure you check out Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below. No KYC or VPN requirements. We love them. They've been really great to our community, so thanks again for that. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. If you want to, again, become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site. Attend my trading academy at least, get your learn on, and then kind of find out that there's nice benefits of the trade signals and the community. Phenomenal group of folks there. Thank you again. We'll see you all in the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. Take care.